How's that? Still a bit loud. Okay. Just quickly click on load. See how long it takes for the game to load. Hey, 24. 41 times. My God. Mouse hovering over the button, right? All right. Saves loading. Our little island chain. No puns. Hey, Vagdario. Good morning. Pun equals ban. No, you can make puns. You can make puns. We've got ourselves a start so late, so annoying. Oh no. 15 minutes late I was today. Instead of 9:45, I went live at 10. It's not too bad, is it? It's not too bad. All those daylight saving BS. I know, it's so frustrating how easy it is for all the schedules to get thrown out of whack. Instead of starting at 1, you start at 3. Oh my God. There we go. Yeah, it's just like it's designed to be inconvenient, I think. Banned it a few years ago. We should too. I don't know why Australia still does it. It's a ridiculous. Ireland is so bright. Wasn't that economic? But does Brazil have more than one time zone, or is it all one? Because then it gets confusing. Like each state tries to assign their own time zones and things. One state has daylight saving, the other doesn't. Try to re-implement it from time to time. Just to keep things exciting, fresh, and confusing. I'm wondering if we mess around with this interchange today. Maybe we play it safe and leave it for now. Because I do want to organise the railway network as well before we get too carried away. Delete it. But I don't want to delete the whole thing. Because I like how the road here sort of passes through and makes its way over in that direction. So I want to try and retain that without messing it up too badly. But I think I'll need to print out. I did find a highway. It's like an X shape. So instead of the highways meeting like that, they meet like that. And they is in Japan, in Tokyo actually, and it had a really interesting like connection between them all. And I want to try and mimic that, but then also incorporate all the existing entry and exit points, which is going to be confusing. So what would end up happening is originally the highway connects to this highway here, this one to that one, but when we reconfigure, this would instead predominantly look like it's connecting directly to this, and this one retains it looking like it directly connects to that. Shutoku has a ton of great intersections. Oh, Shutoku. The hell? Basketball? That's not right. Shutoku Highway. There we go. Oh, the Shuto Expressway. Have a H crossing. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh, isn't this the assets, the highway assets that are in City Skylines 1, that custom mod? Oh my god. Highway interchanges. Oh, I have played that mod on Assetto Corsa Magnario. I know the one you're talking about. And it's got like all the rest stops and interchange, like entry and exit points, or most of them. It's really fun. Love that game. Yeah, my mates love playing it, and they've all got the steering wheels and controllers and stuff, but all I've got is the keyboard. And let's just say, whenever we play that game, I am very far behind. I'm never maybe the first like two or three corners, and then after that, they've disappeared off into the distance. But I am also thinking this highway is going to be rerouted to go like meet sort of here, which should actually simplify things a little bit. And maybe even this road, this raised portion. Because it needs to suddenly curve if it follows the trajectory that it's following right now. It's arced too far in that direction. It needs to try and sort of align itself here. I think we could probably get away with it. Or like Eurotruck or Wreckfest. Yeah, I do want to like fix it up. All right, you know what? Let's save, and then we'll delete a few things. Hey, Thrumbo. It is a highway interchange that we've had for over a year, and it's worked, but it's reaching its end of life. We're going to fix it up and actually organize it, make it proper. Although I will miss all these little loop-de-loops. Delete from here. That goes. That goes. This is going to require quite a few changes. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, holy crap, how did this even work? Yeah, I know, Bagnari. I do miss that. We need network multi-tool back. Mod maker, please. Please fix mod maker. Okay. So I want to try and align this merging with the highway there. And then this highway here climbs, and we'll have it connect here. So we'll create, this will be our like general guide. Like this is what we're aiming for. Time will come, patience. I don't have much patience though. Okay, so the idea I have here is we'll just connect these in a straight line first. Why HDD expensive? Isn't that what Google's done now for AI? They had some new breakthrough that doesn't require as much RAM. Something along those lines. I'll just delete these real quick. A new overpriced item? No. Say it ain't so. Alright, let's come down. Alright, now these are going to climb up. Hopefully that's not too steep. That should be fine. And we'll convert this back into a 2-lane. Okay, I've got in my mind, I see the vision. So this is going to go like here, basically. Hey, dream. No puns. Puns are temporarily banned. JK, JK, just kidding. Quantization is not a new concept. Okay. Are you telling me that it's just marketing slang with no actual real meaning, but it sounds good to investors? Where have I heard that before? There we are. Now, is that too wibbly wobbly? I think here is a bit funky. So what we'll do is we'll bring this down. Hey, pork chop. thing is the market overreacts to anything AI related. It's a bit strange, isn't it? How much sway it has. This we're gonna have it go straight for just a little bit, and then the curve. There it is. Oh, come on. I saw it for a second. Whatever, we'll just bring it through here. There we are. Every new thing needs to be a huge breakthrough. Telling me, Dream, that you won't be able to hold back the puns, huh? Oh my god. They have to be high quality. No pressure. No pressure. Let me read this in Uwu voice. Uwu. Saw a few movies yesterday, and man, things are escalating quicker than ever now. You add dyslexia and bad pronunciation. So... You've stopped right there, criminal scum. You've violated the law. Alright, hang on. And then Control H. I think we can probably bring all of this a bit lower down. Doesn't need to be that high. Up. Let's see how this goes. Right, there's a bit of a janky connection here. Do that. That might fix it. Promise to stay a safe haven. I am a temperamental creature. Unpredictable. Just a little bit dumb. Just a little bit, though. Alright. I'll try reconnect this again. In a straight line. All right, there goes our highway. Our very roughly hewn, messy highway. Exactly, Vagnario, exactly. You said. Right, so that passes straight through, no biggie. Now, is the height clearance here enough, or is it clipping? Ooh, The trains are going to have to breathe in a little bit, but they fit. And then we can make Whitestone Highway, branch off into these two. But then we also need, so it has to climb and then hook over and then connect to Emerson Highway, which is going to be a bit difficult. Maybe that's where we have a loop. Connect 4 ways, yes. And then we're going to have off ramps, on and off ramps also like mixed in. So it's gonna still be a big spaghetti, a paschetti. Paschettio. It's just because we've got like the rail corridor and then the original roads as well. So already, without even putting the highway in, it's already like 2 tiers, and then the highway is going to be like even more stacks. There's a suburb called No Biggie. Really? Tokyo feelings, yes. Although we're going to occupy a larger footprint than what the Tokyo highways usually take. We're being less space efficient, but that's fine because we're not. This isn't a Japanese city, this is a chief city. Where everything is designed perfectly. Right, and then that should connect nice and tidy. Yeah, this is where things get a bit tough. In Harrison Jorts. Pork chop getting a bit suspicious here. So much snapping. Oh, has the music just stopped? No, it's back. Alright, how's that for clearance? 0! I don't want it to become a tunnel. It's a bit... That feels cheap. The tunnels feel cheap. Unless they're through a mountain. But when it's just like part of a highway design, I feel like the tunnel is a bit too easy. It's a cop-out. Maybe we could have this instead curve here and then arc over. So instead of running straight, does a little curve around. That way we can, it gives us a little bit of extra distance to actually raise the height. But then is that high enough for here? Yes. Oop. Standard clearance. Let's see, how's that? It looks terrible. But it is extra high, so we can lower it. 4 to 5 meters tops. The bus tracks. Ah. Yeah, we might be able to do... And now you got me thinking of public transport through here. Okay, I think that's high enough. Make it all equal. That should be... I think that's pretty good. It's probably too high, actually. And can this be lowered? Nah. But now we can work on a bit of a more regular, like, taper down for all of this stuff. Shift does 1 meter increments. Okay. So that's how much it is. So cars can pass through, no problem. And now we're sort of concentrating all the extra loops and things in like this area where it was before rather than further out. Which is a-okay for me. Still probably too high as well. We could bring that lower. $135 minimum. There we go. Okay, so this is going to sort of wrap down and follow parallel to the rail yard. So it's going to come down there and then link up. Generate an intersection for me. I actually tried, I fed a picture, I took a screenshot of this and then fed it to Copilot and I asked it to turn it into a highway intersection, like tidy up the roads and turn it into a realistic highway intersection, and then it just made it like a mess. It just had roads going nowhere and like merging into random bits. Yes, I did. I did 24. So we know highway designers, their jobs are safe for now. For now. Okay. Why use bad software? Need to use Claude. Is that the good one? Hang on, just opening Google Earth so I can look at the. So I can look at that highway again in high definition. Oh, I didn't save the location. Hang on. Zoom in on Tokyo. And then it was like over here. No. There it is. No. Oh, that one's even cooler. It's a turbine. Nope, not that one. There it is. Just next to Hayashittai Nursery. Claude for code and Gemini for general knowledge. Okay, if it passes the 24 seal of approval, then we should use that instead. Nano Banana. Shitoku's track Discord has a pic. I think we'll be okay. I need to get an extra monitor, Bagnari. I've got Twitch chat here, the game here, and then I have to keep swapping out the second monitor for pictures of Google Earth and stuff. So we're in a bit of a pickle. But I think we might be able to include like a bit of a clover leaf. So we want cars to enter here. We just have them loop and then enter. Cars here, just exit and merge. Cars here, just exit and descend. It's quite a rapid descent though. There, straight, and then they have this highway thing that will come follow parallel and then just hook and connect into the Brook Highway. Pic doesn't show the interchange properly. All right. Yeah, this is where the highways get messy, just due to all the different elevation changes. Okay. Have any hard drives I don't need? I wish. They're all plugged into the PC. Because GTA and Red Dead Redemption and Battlefield 6 and even City Skylines now have like a massive file size.
Hen_gamer_03 just subscribed for 8 months. Soon a Twitch baby.
Cheers, Hen. Thank you for the resub. Yeah, almost 9 months, man. Twitch baby on the way. All right, I've got the highway open now on the side. Look! Oh my god! Right, so this is supposed to sort of come out and then do that and merge in. This one needs to come out, follow that and merge in. This one can probably just pop off here, come out, merge in like that. And this one we already have the existing connection there. Insert pun here, that is definitely funny. Thank you, World Map. And for that, ban. And then this is where we're supposed to have this sort of come out, wrap underneath. Connect like that. And then this one here is supposed to also go underneath. And then connect like that. It looks so bad. Simple intersection with a traffic light? Easy. And this is meant to pass under and connect. It just looks even worse, doesn't it? Okay, I'm formulating a bit of a strategy in my head. Now that we've drawn it out, we sort of understand where everything needs to pass. And this is basically going to be a very large stack. Set like 20 phases on it and be fine. I wish. If only it was that simple. Yeah, it might end up, instead of a stack, we might have like a partial cloverleaf so we can keep a loop here. I do like that idea, actually. So we can have a dedicated loop on this side. Oh. Turn that into a bridge, thank you. And we'll go out at... Bike highway passing this area as well. I think that's over there. That's over in that direction. The bike highway, we're going to steer clear of this. Or not, like, try and go around. So we might use the hillside here and just have a bridge that goes over. To save us a massive migraine. That we would undoubtedly get if we tried to make that work. Now we also have the problem that we can't make a perfect circle here. Needs more room. Or maybe out here. Let's see, 64. 64. Or is the loop just too large? Yeah, it's too big. Alright. Let's go for 48. Bring it up. Just going to keep placing and deleting, placing and deleting. Olga and Olga and Olga again. Fourth tool mode. Makes roundabouts more cleaner. Oh. Bagnari, you've got the deep knowledge of all the different mods that are available in this game now. How's that for a loopy-loop-de-doop? Bring it up. Go up there. Alright, and then we just average it out. Only a little bit scary to take this road. If you go too fast, you fly over and land on the train tracks. No big deal. Now we can't have that loop and enter, otherwise we have conflicting traffic. What can we do? Tipping truck signs, yes, exactly. Cannot take this exit if you weigh more than X amount of tons. Oh, that's so sharp, that angle there. Maybe what we do is we start the corner here very shallow. Lock it to the same height. To the same height. There we go. And then we start the curve. .8, 8.4. That's still not fine enough. 5.1. Base like that here. Gonna post a pic later. It's tall as F, and the curve itself changes angle in the middle of it. And oh my god. Designed to have a few casualties. 6.4. It's okay. Is it already too high? It is. I feel like we've done this wrong. Okay, if we're a truck coming along, like, okay, we have this exit. Yeah, that's gonna kill someone. Looks like quite right for me. I guess because all the other curves are quite, like, long. This one feels a bit too short. Make the corner larger. We'll do 64 by 64 and see how that looks. Straight line point to point and curve it with move it. I think we just needed to make it larger. The loop. That already looks better. It doesn't help that every time we move the camera, it just lags like mad. Not much chat brain going on today, no. Forbid puns. I will allow them if they're good enough. Porkchop's talking about his own brain, I see. Porkchop is fried. Deep fried. How would we link this direction to here? I feel like we might be able to do something where there's like a loop here that then passes underneath. Or even something here. Oh my god. This is really shit. There are no bugs in my brain, I hope. We all hope. We all hope. I think I might have a few in my brain. This isn't computing for some reason. Because then how does that link down here? You have to have this come out. This goes under and then connects, which actually does follow that highway pattern that I'm following. So we need this one to also do the same. Come under and connect. Just don't have the room to do all this. Another region of my brain. Already computed this intersection, but you rejected it. The the multi-stage traffic lights. I refuse. The council has spoken. So this is an exit lane for this raised highway, and we'll have that come up and over. Eeyore, what am I doing? It's outrageous. It's unfair. I am the greatest city planner who ever lived. So we're going to have a off-ramp that doubles, and then this is supposed to like weave under and connect. I now realize that the highway I'm looking at doesn't actually have connections between this direction and that direction. Probably by design, because they were trying to draw it and got confused. Call the arch enemy. Oh my god. Ben. Nice. Sent to the Shadow Realm. Am I banned? No, that was a good one. That was a good one. You are allowed to continue. We're doing a bit of a reversal today. You are keeping me entertained now, not the other way around. Fingers crossed. Just 20 fort. Hmm. That nearly slipped by undetected. It is a fragile. Can I make Seribot ban any puns? This needs to arch under and connect. So I'm thinking this connection would follow, rise, and then go parallel while climbing over and then curve and meet. So that should... It'll be a bit jank, but it should follow this pretty well, actually. I love how it like aligns with everything except what I want it to. Connection is a nightclub near your home. Oh my god. Only playing classic bangers from the 90s. Okay, that's 80. Try that. Through the power of move it. There we go. Strip clubs there make you make... Ah. I'm not sure if I trust the food. Ah, wow. There are dozens of establishments. Dozens. I think these are all a bit too close now. Okay. So this will then down and follow, probably come across here. There's clearance for that. Authorized. Flip that. Flip that. Noir detective. Bartenders deserve to go to heaven. Yes. Unless they pour a shit beer, then they go straight to hell. No questions asked. Okay, so this will pass over. Kind of there. There we go. So there's those connections, and this one will climb up and go across. Might even have a double highway and then just have it merge. Because this one will have to climb up and also connect. So you have like 3 on-ramps all merging and then condensing into one. But I do want to kind of follow the curve of the rail that we've made here. Either way, let's do a sample here. So that's going to climb like that. You'll need to climb even higher if it's going to fit through. But this will basically run parallel to the Linden Road here, merging. This one will probably just merge onto Rosewood at like this point here. Portuguese words are not international sometimes. Same for English. It's easy to forget that other cultures have different words or no translation for what you're saying. Pretty common, actually. And then on this side, we could have another loop-de-doop. Loop-de-poop. Pops up. Yeah, pops off, climbs, and loops and joins. I think that'd be a fairly good way to build it. So we'll do 10 meters. And this one will be a bit more narrow. It's going to be extremely narrow. What the hell? Then raise that again. Boom, boom. Fail to see how what you're doing is better than what it was before. It's going to be more organized. 24. That is it. Really, it's just going to be more organized, more condensed. Disrespecting Chiefs. Yes, you should feel privileged to see the art of spaghetti making. Behold. Behold this thing. And that goes there. This pops off, loops and climbs. So this will go there, straight over. This one can go there, right, straight, and then to the left. This direction can go straight, to the right, left. This direction can go straight. How does it go to the right? So this one has to somehow... See what I mean? This is where it gets ridiculous. So this, if we want this road, Claiborne, to connect to Beechwood, it has to pop out, go all the way around, underneath, through all of that, and then connect. We will not take this slander, 24. Make a four-leaf clover. I mean, if we did that, then all the traffic would be bumping into each other in like these two portions here, which would suck for traffic flow. It would make all our problems infinitely worse. But maybe we do add a loop here that then travels under. So I'm thinking we create a loop that it pops off here, loops down, and then it runs parallel to this laneway, Hickory Wood, before, yeah, it can fit through this gap and then merge with the lane that's coming across here and then merge with Brook Highway. I think we can do it. Can you repeat that? All right, hang on. Let's just draw it now. So we got it coming off. Trust the process. somewhere there. Oop. Oh, it looks ugly though. It looks so ugly. It is horrendous. Do we put this loop? That wouldn't fit through there. Bad advice for a week. 24 is on cooldown now. Used his ult. Yeah, alright, we'll get rid of the loop. And we'll just have a lane go down and around. There's going to be so many cars going across through this loop here, but I think that'll be cool. You see like all these keys moving across with purpose. 2 episodes a week. Yeah, people are spoiled now. How are you meant to wait a whole week for the next batch of episodes to come out? It's torture. We have to find a way to beautify this as well. How suddenly is that descent very? And if that's popping up, we don't want to have this come down. So we want this to run parallel. Oh my god. Right, this is already complicated. Again. So this needs to go here and then somehow climb up and over for connecting. But see, now there's no clearance. And if we bring it under here, then it's going to hit this train bridge. So this loop is going to go. Can we bring, if we have a lane follow parallel to this train track, can we fit it anywhere? I guess what we could do is we make like a multi-layered system. Okay, there. No, back a bit. All right, and now I can dip down. Just need to balance it so that the dip doesn't collapse. Or it doesn't dip too much. Hey, Boyle. Hello, hello. There we go. Choo choo, my friend. Choo choo. Cancel the good series and keep the slop alive. Yes, somehow The Witcher still going. I don't know if it's been cancelled yet, but I feel like it's on the verge. 'Tis only a matter of time. Now we dip that down. Dip that down. Dip that dip. I'm thinking of drawing another little dip there again, far out of the loops. They're a curse on my brain. I can't not be tempted to make one. But I think maybe this is where it, like, to free up some real estate, we widen it out and then have it come down and connect. Fringe and Westworld, 2 absolute gold. I did watch season 1 and then a little bit of season 2 of Westworld when it came out. I really did like season 1. Was, I think, phenomenal. And then season 2 is sort of like went a bit stray. I think that's a good way to put it. Like they got a bit confused on what they wanted the story to become. Got worse the longer it ran, yeah. Like the climax of season 1 was really good. Just like the twists as well. It was like I did not expect the twists when that happened at the end. It's like on the same level as Would You Kindly from BioShock. I was like, yo. So is Fringe. What's Fringe about? I don't recognize that one. Okay, bring this whole thing way down. X-Files spiritual successor. Ooh. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Gotta dip this down further. There's no way a truck is going to fit under this. Buy a nice TV. Yeah, that is the plan. We were thinking of getting, like we talked about getting a projector. I'm not sure if we will end up doing that because the wall is like a light shade. The feature wall that will have the TV is like a light shade of green, so that might not work. A projector there. Not enough contrast or the right color. Wash out everything with a tinge of green, which might not be the nicest looking thing. Cheers, Bagnaria. We'll autosave. This still looks like a spaghetti. It doesn't look even slightly neater, does it? Cleaner sight indeed. Do I detect a bit of sarcasm, Bagnaria? No, for real? Ah! Oh my god. The seal of approval from Bagnario. That's it. We don't need to build any more of this. It's perfect. So this now has connection that will go to the right, straight, and this runs parallel to the left. That autosave stutter makes me so nervous. So that height clearance has improved slightly. Just tweak it a tiny bit. There we go. A dash. Look for washing, no worries. Plug that in there. And then basically this will just hook left and then merge. Plenty high. And draw that, connect it up. Cool. And then just draw a straight line, call it a day there. That's all connected now. Or we'll say it is. I'm wondering if we can sort of run this parallel for a little bit, just to create like the illusion that it's all interconnected. So we might have to do a bit of fiddling with this fawn street. But I think we can get this looking pretty good. not as many loops, but a lot of like twisting and turning, which I think is kind of cool. Ooh. Okay. This is where it starts climbing. And we might want to sort of extend that curve as much as we can. I swear I clicked those things and then it doesn't register. Like all the snapping guidelines and stuff. I'm pretty sure I clicked them before. Try that again. Tidy up the link. Looks worse, but we can use move it to adjust the angle. There we go. Mamma mia, perfecto. Just saw my posture. Auto save. Have a little sip of water. Yeah, so we'll design this hook to be more attractive for vehicles following this path. Because I can't imagine many cars would be coming in this direction and then doing a U-turn, basically. Would it make much sense? Auto redeem. Who even needs the points, huh? Who needs the points anymore? Cheers, Bagnario. Thank you. Okay. And then this here just basically peels off and goes down. Still looks worse. Yeah, it still looks a lot worse. I guess maybe that's what happens when you try and build a highway above a major train intersection. I mean, we made this look so nice. This fancy tunnel entrance, even over here. But I guess they're a lot more straightforward because they're like just on and off instead of multiple highways linking. We'll plan this. Okay. And then where does this, I think, goes through here? Management wants you to find the difference between these two pics. Yeah, and they're exactly the same. Oh my god, this whole endeavor has turned into a bit of a waste of time. Do this underground? Is that realistic? I mean, yes, most of this would have been underground IRL. If it was Sydney at least, but I want to see everything. I want to see it. Underground feels like a cheat. Feels like a cop out. So I don't want to. I want to avoid that if I can. Is Sydney cheating? Mostly. Almost all our highways are underground will become a tunnel at some point. It's like the city. What is it called? The City Harbour Tunnel. Then they're building another City Harbour Tunnel. And then they've got the M8. They've got the Roselle Interchange. That's underground. They've got the Eastern Distributor, the Cross City Tunnel, parts of the M4, parts of the M5, parts of the M1, Lane Cove Tunnel. What else do they have? And then an M6, I think, under construction. They're all tunnels. No. Not at all. Not at all. Get that cursed name out of here, 24. Be gone, demon. Make it sunken. It's not a tunnel. Well, we've got a creek here. That's the problem. we can't do that, unfortunately. The creek is in the way. Hmm. And then if we were to have it lowered here, then how would we connect Cornflower Street to Coleridge? Because eventually they will connect. Something originally so straightforward has become unbelievably complicated. Hey Stan, thank you for the follow. Communist regime moved a bunch of creeks underground. Oh, could we do something similar? Create one giant storm drain, huh? LA River 2.0. Mean to tell me this concrete drain, glorified storm drain, was once the mighty LA River? Surely you jest. Ha 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 ha. Now, could we have like a micro loop-de-loop here? It might be necessary, because how do we bring this across and down to merge in time? I think this goes out and then loops like a big oval. Checks those big concrete tubes. Well, apparently they're extremely dangerous because there's lots of like traps and things for catching water. So it's just like a concrete tube, and then you won't even see it, but there's just a pit that drops down like X amount of meters, and you don't know if there's water at the bottom or if it's just concrete because it's dry or it's been drained out. It's all kinds of wild and wacky shit. Not going then. Good idea. Good idea. Because the drains just like drop off to nowhere. There's actually quite a few very old storm drains in Sydney that like just go for kilometers and kilometers in like a straight line. There's like an old water main that goes from like, I think it's like Balmain all the way to Bondi, I think. And it's just one giant brick tube because they didn't have concrete back then. I wonder if this railway line gets shifted over a little bit. Water in aqueducts during winter, does it just freeze? Well, we don't have that problem in Australia, or Sydney at least, 24. Just gets cold. Nice and chilly. So I don't even know what the thinking about the Romans. Well, it's insulated, right? It's not the water at the top, I don't think, is exposed to the elements. It's sort of sealed inside stone, which would protect it a bit, not fully from icing over. And is it hard to freeze flowing water? If it was stagnant, I imagine it'd be a bit easier. But if it's flowing, maybe just the upper layer freezes and the water, there's enough water flowing through underneath the layer of ice to supply water. In Anno, it seems to be quite exposed. I'm pretty sure they were capped. Like they weren't just exposed to the elements. That would be wildly irresponsible if it was just exposed to the elements. Almost as bad as making lead or your pipes out of lead. The Romans wouldn't be so silly as to do that, though, no. Wake up Julius, Caligula, Tiberius. All the good ones that are always in a good mood. Nero, please. Still looks a bit shit. Yeah, this connection is difficult too. It is a big height to dip down from and somehow merge it all together. Unless we have an extended runway like we got here, which might be a solution. We just bring it over and then merge it up here somewhere. Everything you said was also confirmed by the AI. See? Who needs AI? Just ask me. Infinite source of knowledge. Maybe we could do a trench. Maybe we could. Or is that stupid? Maybe a trench is called for. How's the height looking? I mean, it's not crazy. It's not like terrible. But a trench would make this look better. Because then we don't have this third tier here. We have it running underneath instead. And then the middle ground where this is where all the highway connections and spaghetti mixes together. But the trench would be interfered with by the train line. I think this highway would be constantly complained about being an eyesore. Have an idea? Ask, let me guess, ask Claude and Gemini to optimize the road. Oh, that's not an idea. That's a punishment. You know what? For the last bit, we'll move our attention over here. we'll relax. Punny. Oh my god. Oh no. 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 Wait. 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 Making me channel my inner Punisher there. John Bernthal. Is a ban in order? He'll have to finish this one. We will. We will. It'll just be part of our ever-growing backlog of builds that we need to finish. I gotta distract myself with this. Much easier to build and detail this because it's all irregular shapes and doesn't have to function. Lies all over again. Liar. I'm a damn crook. A criminal. Bring that up to there. Just to hide the irregular shape. Should have foreseen that. Oh my god. Yuck. Ew. Disgusting.
No.
Fort nut. Unfortunately. Can we ban ourselves? I might have to make that an option.
Bruh.
Alright, we'll put some trees here. And some bushes. There we are. So they look kind of related. I am sleepy. I am too. I might end at 12, 12:15 this time. Feeling a bit fatigued. I've used my brain too much today. Can't allow that. Chief thinking? Hell no. We don't do that. Help with the attention. Yes, exactly. The bright oranges activate my brain. Neuron activation. Back from hanging out with the cat. Ah. It's 10 p.m. That's prime kitty cat time. Gonna start running around like a maniac soon. As is kitty cat tradition. Right, I'm gonna put some rocks here. Bring it down. Roll those rocks. Hell yeah. Showing those rocks who's boss. Me, that's who. I want to try and obscure these windows a bit. Not quite working. Oh, that might work. Oh no, the roof's still poking through. Shit. That works to an extent. That's poking through there. Maybe some strategically placed bushes will obscure that. I mean, they're so good. They're exactly what you need for any kind of landscaping, truly. You want your terrain to look natural? Put rocks down. Simple as. There we are. Bushes for strategy. Oh. We're allowing ships through because, I mean, the only people that are going to suffer if we cut this off is ourselves. The global economy is not tied to Harrison Fjord as much as we might pretend it is. One day Harrison Fjord may be that globally significant, but for now, it's just a backwater with a few really tall buildings, but nobody living in them. Oh, bring that back there. Maybe. Or what is it, Bahrain? That's just a tiny little island. I thought Bahrain was like the size of Qatar or something like that, but it's even tinier. Unless I'm getting them mixed up. Yeah, it's like microscopic. What am I going to do here? Do we just leave this as a cliffside? I guess we could. And then do a cool trick like this. Boom, boom. Oh, that's not cool. Watch this. Watch me skate. Doom, doom, bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Dum, dum, da da dun, 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 dun. Da da dun, 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 da dun, da dun. Pardon me. Now, where is... There it is. MH. Could we be ridiculous and put that there? Why not? Look, Mom, no hands. Face plant. Finally found a use for all these Mediterranean things. Although it is surprisingly limited, actually. Pop it out to there. No, that doesn't fit. It's not suitable. Harrisfield. Oh my god. It is a good name for it, isn't it? Harrison Fjord. I'm just wondering if we could extend the railway up to the island as well. Perhaps? Perchance? Maybe? Fjords. It's really quite a large little island over there, isn't it? It's like all that space compared to here, it's pretty big. And then that there taking up all the room too. But yeah, what time is it? 12:15. Tell you what, I'm gonna go to bed. It is late. Maybe just the pylons from the discontinued section. Oh yeah, like the remnants of the rail bridge that used to pass to the island. That is pretty smart. But yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Stan, for the follow. And shout out to Hen for the resub. Thank you. When the fort no longer served the military purpose, exactly. Yeah, cheers, guys. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. I'll catch you all on the next one. But yeah, cheers, guys. I might even try turn that highway into a trench. We'll see. I'll do that off camera, and if I hate it, then I'll just revert the save. Tank engines for the stream. Oh my god. The puns are still sneaking through. But yeah, cheers, guys. I'll catch yous all on the next one. All right. See yous.